Please join me in welcoming Mr. Robert Stewart.
Thank you, Dr. Killingsworth. I am so very excited to be here today and be the commencement speaker. As a C+ student, this was never, ever on my radar, which makes it even sweeter. Yes, what a great day it is. Congratulations to the best ever class of 2025, and to your parents, grandparents, and friends who share this journey with you. It is indeed one of life's biggest milestones. Today is a full circle moment for me. Exactly 50 years ago, I sat in this very Coliseum, ready to move the tassel. Proud, excited, and slightly terrified. Life ahead was a wide open highway, and I'm thinking, what now? Law school was a thought. There was a possible job with Alabama Power. Most likely, I would do a management training program with the hotel corporation I'd worked for during school. Bottom line, uncertainty. I felt pressure to have a clear direction, but did not. Then, a couple of weeks after graduation, an opportunity began to present itself. I received a call about a possible job, and in less than 30 days, I got on board a tour bus as road accountant for the Charlie Daniels Band. Getting on that bus would influence, slightly terrified I might add, would influence my entire life and help to shape a personal mantra. Face uncertainties head on. Embrace change. And when opportunity presents itself, get on the bus. In my first week on the job, we shared the stage with the Rolling Stones in Memphis, Willie Nelson in Austin, and Leonard Skinner in Atlanta. We were on the road 300 days and performed 250 concerts the first year. It was a wild ride, and make no mistake about it, it was constant culture shock for a small town boy from Anniston, Alabama. But I adapted and advanced rapidly. At the tender young age of 26, I became president of a concert promotion company owned in part by Charlie Daniels, his manager, and the guy that called me about the job originally. We promoted over 200 shows a year, some legendary bands like the Eagles, Elton John, Bruce Springsteen, Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder, and so many others. Getting on that bus provided some rich opportunities. I've eaten peanuts with President Jimmy Carter. I've been to a pool party at the White House, and I was there when The Devil Went Down to Georgia was written. We made some good money. We lost some good money. Unfortunately, working in the world of rock and roll is not easy. It was taking its toll on me, and I knew that I would want to make a change. Before going on, I want to pivot back and talk about how JSU prepared me for that first job and for my career. As SGA Vice President, I was responsible for entertainment. Pete Matthews Coliseum was brand new, and we made the most of its honeymoon year with some great shows, like Billy Joel with special guest Kansas, Rufus with Shaka Khan, the Charlie Daniels Band. The biggest show was Buckingham Nicks, a hugely popular duo in Alabama, almost unheard of elsewhere. I tracked them down at home in Los Angeles and booked a concert. When they came to Jacksonville for the concert, they announced right here in this room that they were joining Fleetwood Mac. The announcement was met with groans of disappointment. But as we all know, that worked out pretty nicely for Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, as Fleetwood Mac would go on to become one of the biggest selling rock bands of all time. Buckingham Nicks embraced change and got on the bus. You may be fortunate, graduates, to have a specific plan. Maybe it's grad school, the perfect job, starting your own business. Whatever the path, you are likely to encounter some hurdles along the way that can knock you off track. Maybe they're beyond your control, maybe they're self-inflicted. In any event, I encourage you to see them as opportunities to face uncertainty head on, embrace change, and get on the bus. Going back to my personal story, in 1986, I was contracted by the Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center to provide computer ticketing, which was new in Alabama. I formed a company called Fast Ticks, built a statewide network that included Oak Mountain Amphitheater, the Von Braun Civic Center in Huntsville, and other venues. We were in the right place at the right time, and we sold a lot of tickets fast. I was recognized as the Birmingham Chamber of Commerce Small Business Person of the Year in 1991. Seemingly on top of the world. In reality, I had gotten too big for my britches. I made some bad personal and business decisions that took me to a personal bottom. Life provided hard lessons. I sold my ticket business, moved back to Nashville, went through a divorce, and started over in every aspect of my life. Soon after, I took a job that was similar to my first job out of college. I was road manager for Tim McGraw. It was the tour that he and Faith Hill got together on, and it was a great place for me to be at that point in my life. About a year in, I fell in love with a girl from the record company who would become my beloved wife, Sarita. As we were planning our wedding, I realized that I no longer wanted to be on the road, and I needed to look for a career change. Inspired by some of the college roommates that I had, and being the first guy on a tour bus to say, let's clean this place up, I started a commercial cleaning business. I would later tell people I never dreamed I'd be a janitor, but God gave me a dream business. We provided jobs for hundreds, and over the years, thousands of good people. My company, Major Commercial Cleaning, cleaned numerous iconic buildings in Nashville, including the Ryman Auditorium and the Grand Ole Opry House, for almost 20 years. These days, having sold my business, I am a consultant for an international association of cleaning contractors, focused on mentorship and peer groups, giving back and staying connected with some amazing business owners and business leaders. In closing, I'll leave you with this. My life has been a kaleidoscope of change, and what I've found is that success is not measured by how many times we fall down. It's measured by how many times we get up. I'm one up today, and so are you. Again, it's so nice to be with you and be on the friendliest campus in the South. Congratulations to the class of 2025. You did it. And as you turn the tassel today, I encourage you to always face uncertainties head on. Embrace change. And when opportunity presents itself, by all means, get on the bus. Safe travels. Thank you.